ambassadors for tourism in Gyeonggi Province, Jie Lee
and Sujin Shin serve foremost of Gyeonggi Academy of Foreign Languages,
and Kyung Seo-jung, a freshman at Hanguk Academy of Foreign Studies.
Today, we'd like to introduce Yeoju, the home of history and cultural assets, along with the South Han River.
The current population of Yeoju is about 100,000, but it was only about 1,000 during the Joseon era. Isn't it amazing that 8 queens came out of this little town during the Joseon dynasty?
Let's take a fantastic overnight trip to the various sites of Yeoju. Let's go!
I am the mother of Joseon.
Your Highness. Empress Myeongsang was chosen at the age of 16 to be the wife of King Gojong, the 26th king of Joseon dynasty, and excelled in politics at the difficult time, both within the country and internationally. She established the ties with Russia in order to deter Japan from invading Joseon, but was assassinated by the Japanese killers in August 1895. The title of Empress Myeongsang was given to her after her death.
This is the house where Empress Myeongsang was born and lived until she was 8. There is a headstone with Tangang Guribi engraved on it near her birthplace, and a memorial hall was built which now displays various materials. Looking around at the things in this memorial hall reminds me of this phrase: "A people who have forgotten history have no future." I hope this served as a chance for all of us to think about our history.
Was that too depressing for a beginning? This is the Gamgodang. This is where Empress Inhyun, the queen to King Sukjong, stayed before she was returned to the throne, and where Empress Myeongsang stayed until she was chosen to be the queen. It was originally in Seoul, but it was moved and reconstructed here, and is used as a place to experience traditional tea. So, why don't we drink a warm cup of tea to calm ourselves down and then move on to the next place, the royal tomb of King Sejong.
Hey, what does this say?
I'm terrible with Chinese characters too, so I don't know either.
We need a written language for Joseon so that all the people can read and write.
Therefore, King Sejong, the 4th king of the Joseon dynasty, felt it was a shame that all the Chinese had been used until then. Many people of the land found Chinese characters to be difficult to use because the Chinese language had a different structure from Korean. So he ordered that a system of characters that were appropriate for our language be made and named it Hunminjeom. Hangul is acknowledged as being the most outstanding characters out of all those being used by mankind.
Have you ever looked closely at the 10,000 won bill? King Sejong the Great is on the front, but do you know what's on the back?
Yes, this is an armillary sphere called Huncheoni. It makes astronomical device and is a valuable cultural asset that is used to tell where the sun, the moon, and the planets were and how they moved. King Sejong left us with many great gifts, such as Hangul, the sundial, and the chugugi. So why don't we go up to his tomb now?
Yeongrang is a cultural heritage that combines architectural style containing our traditional culture and beautiful nature. Its outstanding quality was acknowledged by UNESCO as the World Heritage. King Sejong the Great tomb contains both King Sejong and Empress Seonhyun and is known to be the best site out of all the royal tombs.
I'm sure we will able to pay tribute to a great king's accomplishments and feel gratitude for our language and our written alphabet. Now let's go to 도자세상. This is 도자세상.
Don't you want to be the heroine of the movie Ghost?
Then come to 도자세상. This is the first comprehensive shopping, culture, and tourist complex where you can make all kinds of pottery yourself, appreciate them, and even buy some. 2013 is the second anniversary of 도자세상, so they prepared a wide range of events and things to see.
is Pandal Art Museum. There are various exhibitions held every year to make modern and traditional potteries part of our daily life. When we think of pottery, we think of white porcelain, plates, or teacups. I never knew you could make such beautiful potteries. Now let's take a look.
You can make your own pottery like this here. You can create something that is uniquely yours.
도자세상 is a place where you can look at cultural heritages and traditional methods that our ancestors handed down to us from a new perspective. We indulge ourselves into the new tradition by looking at these whole beautiful masterpieces.
We hate to live, but the sign of our next destination, Silliksa, is calling us.
What comes to your mind when you think of temples?
There's one on every mountain.
A temple has a sanctuary and a tower in front of it.
Yes, that's what we usually think of. But Silliksa is a special temple that breaks the stereotype. Even CNN acknowledged it.
Alright, then why don't we hear from the chief Buddhist Mong Se-young about Silliksa, since what you see is what you know.
Could you give us some words about Silliksa?
It is not certain, but it has been passed down that Silliksa was first built by Wonhyo during the reign of King Jinpyong of the Shilla dynasty. This is the main Gungnap Hall, and you can see the multi-layered stone pagoda out front. Most stone pagodas in Korea are made of granite. This tower was made from one piece of marble. What makes Silliksa special is the Silliksa brick pagoda, which is treasure number 226. This tower was built using bricks of baked clay, and there aren't many bricks pagodas in Korea. Because of this brick pagoda, Silliksa is also sometimes called a walled temple.
Wow, a river runs right by the temple!
What makes Silliksa appealing is that it broke the stereotypical image of the temple being on a mountain and was built by a river.
In January 2012, CNN America selected Silliksa as one of the 50 most beautiful places to visit in Korea. And it is probably because Gwanghwaeum, with its view of casually winding South Han River.
Do you see the dock over there? It is Jopo-naru, which is one of the 4 major docks during the Joseon dynasty, and it's now used as a dock for tourists, and they have a Hwangpo sailboat.
Wow, you can enjoy all kinds of water sports there. Let's go down there. A Hwangpo sailboat is a boat with yellow-brown sacks for sails that transported goods. They recreated the traditional Hwangpo sailboat, which you can take along the South Han River and take in the beautiful scenery and feel the atmosphere of the past.
Sir, how was it? Doesn't it make you want to visit?
We introduced Yeoju, a historical city of rest, culture, and tourism.
If you want to have a memorable trip with your friends or family, come to Yeoju. Thank you!
Let's take a fantastic overnight trip to the various sites of Yeoju. Let's go. To the various sites of Yeoju. Let's go.
Yeongnam is a cultural heritage that contains
I'm sure we were able to pay tribute to a...
I am the mother of Joseon.
Your Highness.